Let me start with this, because this is one of the most confusing parts of recruiting for families. This teaching comes directly from step 5 in my book, The Athletic Recruiting Roadmap. And step 5 exists because families ask me this question all the time. Coach, are they actually interested, or are they just being nice? That question creates a lot of stress. Parents read between the lines, athletes overanalyze every email, and recruiting starts to feel emotional instead of clear. So let's clear this up. If we haven't met, my name's Keith Mondillo. I'm in my 31st year as a college basketball head coach and NCAA director of athletics. And I've been on the other side of this process thousands of times. And I can tell you with certainty, real recruiting interest shows up in behavior and not words. College coaches are professional. They're also polite, and they respond to a lot of athletes they are not recruiting. That doesn't make them dishonest. That's how recruiting works. So step 5 is about learning how to evaluate signals and not emotions. Here's the first thing families need to understand. A coach saying, thanks for reaching out, or keep us updated, or good luck this season, is not recruiting interest. It's polite communication. Real interest shows up when a coach starts investing time. Time is the currency of recruiting. When a coach is interested, you'll see things like this. They'll respond consistently and not once. They ask follow-up questions. They ask about academics. They ask about your schedule. And they ask when they can see you play. Those are not casual questions. Those are evaluation questions. Another sign of real interest is direction. Interested coaches don't leave athletes guessing. They say things like, here's where we want you to work on, and here's where you stand on our board, and here's our recruiting timeline. Polite coaches don't do that. Interested coaches do. Now, here's the hard truth families need to hear. Silence is information. It doesn't mean something's wrong with the athlete, and it doesn't mean recruiting is over. But it does mean that a school is not actively recruiting you right now. And that's okay, as long as you can recognize it. Where families get into trouble is when they mistake hope for interest. They keep chasing one school. They stop communicating with others, and they lose momentum. That's why the order of these steps matter. Step 1 told you where you would fit. Step 2 told you which schools make sense. Step 3 taught you how to communicate. And step 4 put you in front of coaches. Now, step 5 tells you how to read the room. This step helps families stop guessing and start making informed decisions. It also protects athletes emotionally. When you understand interest level, recruiting stops feeling personal and starts feeling professional. And that's important, because the goal of this is not to be wanted by everybody. The goal is to find 1 or 2 programs that are generally interested in you as a student athlete. And that's exactly why I wrote the Athletic Recruiting Roadmap. The book walks families through every step in the right order, with clarity, examples, and action steps. And if recruiting feels confusing, quiet, or emotional right now, this book will give you a plan. You can find the link in the description, in my bio, or just visit keithmondillo.com. And in the next video, we'll move to step 6, where we talk about visits, conversations, and how to evaluate offers the right way. And remember, we are not a recruiting service. We're an educational organization that guides families through the college athletic process. Confidence comes with clarity, and clarity comes from having a plan. Take care.